welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corn
and Bo.
Sorry, I was trying to like adjust.
Yeah, and like right when you were doing that, my car just like shut off too for a second. Like it must have done like that automatic.
Yeah.
Start stop. So like I squirreled to that and you squirreled to that. That was a great start. Hello.
Hey. So what's up? How was your weekend?
It was fun. We had impromptu decided Friday. I decided to buy tickets to the Kelsea Ballerini concert on Sunday.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
Yeah, I know. Most people don't, but then like if you know her songs, I mean,
I feel like I've heard the name.
Yeah, she's country. She obviously I don't like to be like, you know, whatever. She dates Chase Stokes from
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. Well, no, you never watched Outer Banks, did you?
No.
He is like the main guy in Outer Banks. That's what he's known for. But
I feel like you told me this before.
I think so. But she's country and she has the like Peter Pan song. If you go down, I'm going down too, and
her name sounds familiar.
There's a hole in the bottle.
Okay.
No, none of that?
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
I'm interested. Tell me about it. How was it?
It was actually a really good concert. She said that it was the most intimate venue she was doing. We were at the Hard Rock Casino's like live event theater. It's really quite small. Like
the one in the Guitar Hotel.
Yeah, well, it's not actually in the Guitar Hotel, but it's
that Hard Rock, not
that
Tampa
hotel. Yeah, that Hard Rock. And it was a really good show. Like it was. She had I don't know. I really enjoyed the sets. You know what I mean? Like she kind of took a little bit from Taylor. I mean, yes and no on a smaller scale. But she didn't do like outfit changes, which I thought was weird. Like she wore the same outfit the entire time. But she's so funny. Like she was saying how her shoes were hurting her. She had like high heel boots on, and she was like, at one point, she's like, the heel on these boots are a little bit higher than what I'm used to. My feet are killing me right now. And then she brought out the girl who opened for her, and the girl who opened, her name was Ash. I had never heard of her, but she had an amazing voice. But she did her whole set barefoot, and when she came out and joined Kelsea, she was barefoot, and Kelsea took that opportunity and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go barefoot with you, and took her boots off.
Nice.
And then did like that song with her, and then was like, do you guys care if I keep singing with my shoes off? So then she did a few more songs, and then finally she was like, all right, y'all, just give me a minute. Don't start yet talking to her band. I gotta put my shoes back on.
That's so cute.
It was just really like
intimate,
yeah. And you just felt like she was talking, she just kind of doing her thing, you know, in front of God knows how many people fit in that venue. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I like her songs. I like her. I'm all about like
you like live music in general.
I love live music.
Yeah, like you'll go to any concert, but
yeah, I do. I will.
But we can pretend that you like her.
I do like her though. I like how real she is, and I do like her songs. There's one that she just wrote. I'm terrible at fucking song names. I don't think it's called Rolling Up the Welcome Mat, but it might be. And she divorced about like 3 years ago, and when she did, she wrote this song.
Right, makes sense.
And now she's like 3 years past the divorce, but the song like is like a fan favorite. So I really wanted to see her perform that song live, to be honest. Like I just like her voice in it, and she just I don't know, she's like,
did she do it?
Yeah, she ends with it. Yeah. And there's a part where she's like, I kissed someone new last night. It's so good. It's so fucking good. You should listen to the song.
Maybe I will.
You need to. I mean, I turned you on to fucking Taylor. So
you did. Go ahead. Send it to me.
Everyone should listen to this song. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying the right name, because I'm terrible at song names. I'm terrible at a lot of things. One of them is song names. Penthouse, it's called. Okay. Rolling Up the Welcome Mat was the name, I think, of like the EP she put out that song was on. Don't play. No, stop. Oh my God. Sorry. Stop. Okay.
Man, Spotify don't listen.
No. It's called Penthouse.
Okay.
And you should listen to it. It's
so
good. But yeah, that was impromptu. Like literally bought the tickets Friday and went down.
Was it on Friday?
Back Sunday. No, it was Sunday.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. We just went down for the night.
Oh, right. Last night you said.
Yeah, last night. But yeah, it was a good time. Me and Chris. I made Chris go with me.
Oh, that's fun.
I always do that. I buy 2 tickets to a concert, and then I'm like, Chris, if no one else will go with me, you need to go with me. I'm like, I would go by myself. I'd buy 1 ticket, but I don't. He's like, you're not going by yourself. I'm like, I would. I have no issues. going to a concert by myself.
I believe that. I believe that.
Just like the music. I'll make friends with whoever I sit next to.
Right.
That's how we became friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like one time I wanted to go to the Pineapple Festival, and I was trying to get another friend to go with me, and they wouldn't. And then I was like, you know what? I bet Kim already has a fucking ticket. There's a concert. It was like Scotty McCreery or somebody was going to be there.
I think it was
And
Chase Rice, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think
it was somebody. And
Yeah.
I was like, Kim will fucking be there. And you're sure enough, you were there.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when we got the face paintings.
Yeah.
And I think it was Chase Rice.
Yeah. I was like, there's fucking live music at the
Or
Pineapple
like
Festival.
Florida Georgia Line. They came.
Somebody, because the Pineapple Festival gets fucking semi-big names. And it's
Yeah.
normally like people that are up and coming, but like,
yeah,
I mean, it'll be like Vanilla Ice and then like someone else that like, you know.
he's up and going.
Yeah, right. But you know, it's like names you know. Like
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice is always fucking there.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like Vanilla Ice and like somebody else that's like up and coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not up and coming, you're right.
No.
It's not in 1986.
It is not.
So, yeah. That's fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun. But other than that, I didn't really. That was it. That was my weekend plans. What about you? Anything fun?
No. But I meant to say last time, and I didn't, that the weekend before, there's a new farmer's market that's really fun. I think I just told you about it because I forgot to say it here. On the Treasure Coast at the Mid-Florida Event Center. It's called the Port St. Lucie Green Market, and it's not that goofy Tradition one. And not that the Tradition one's goofy. I don't know. I wouldn't go because Tradition is a shit show. Okay, that's a planetarium, so that's not even the right thing. All right, so I don't know what I did with the paperwork, but it's probably in my purse. I think it was in my purse because I put it in here because I was going to say it last time and then I forgot. But it's called like the Port St. Lucie Green Market. It's at that Mid-Florida Event Center. No.
They get random people there for concerts too. Like
Yeah,
that's
they
where
do.
I went and saw O-Town.
And I think I saw that there's going to be another
Like
like boy
LFO.
band one coming up there
Oh,
too.
I gotta see.
Yeah, you're going to have to look. Damn it. All right. I got them on Instagram. Anyway, but it was cool. And like when I went, I don't know, 2 weekends ago, it was like only their second weekend being open. And I bought like some hot sauce and some other shit.
It was a good one. I still like the downtown Fort Pierce one.
Yeah, the Port St. Lucie Green Market. So yeah, well, so I hear you on downtown Fort Pierce, so here's my thing with that.
It's a shit show too.
Well, and for me, it's like 45 minutes to get down there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? On Saturday, and then park fucking where? At the library? No, you can't get a parking spot at the library. You got to park down by the Manatee Center and walk half
Yeah.
a mile. I mean, if it's not 80 degrees, fine, but come
Right.
on.
No, I agree.
So this is the Port St. Lucie Green Market, and so they posted this yesterday. They don't say who the vendors were, but like it was pretty good. I got like some good coffee. I got hot sauce. I think my cousin bought a plant, or I talked her out of it because she buys a plant every fucking time we go anywhere. And I'm like, how many plants are you gonna really keep track of? You know what I
All
mean?
of them.
Yeah, but she don't. But yeah, so that was really fun. And then I also had gone to the planetarium. There's a planetarium in Fort Pierce, and it's a really good time. They do kids shows once a month, but they have like other shows too for everybody. And unless you're going to something crazy, it's like $7.
Huh.
So like, there's some crazy ones. Like there was like a holiday one that was like $50, but that was like a whole event. But like we went to the kids trip through space. And there's going to be another one March 8th. It's one Saturday a month, and it was really fun. And the guy that runs it is an adult. And maybe he hasn't talked to kids in a while. But this kid asked him what happens if you go in a black hole, and he was like, well, you'll get spaghettified. And it's when your body turns into
Oh
into
my
a room full
god.
of 6-year-olds. Oh, it was so fucking funny. I was trying so hard not to laugh because he's like explaining how like your body will turn into spaghetti strings because of the power of the fucking black hole. These kids were like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
He had a piece of a meteorite that was worth.
So he now traumatized children
Yeah.
from the black hole. For
But
sure.
you know what? I'm okay with it because my cousin had told my son that we don't know what happens in a black hole, so it could potentially be a time travel portal. Who knows? Because you can't go in a black hole and come out the other side and tell us about it. So he, in his mind, made that go from time travel could possibly be a potential thing in a black hole to that a black hole is a way to time travel to you could probably find dinosaurs in a black hole to if you walked into a black hole you would be living with dinosaurs, and he was really fucking gung-ho about it.
So he really wanted to find a black hole.
Yeah, so then I was like, I saw this and I was like, you know what? Let's go learn about black holes. So I was hoping that they would just like tell him like not to jump into one. I didn't think they were going to tell him that he was going to get spaghettified because now he's absolutely just talking about it. And he's like, I don't think I want to be an astronaut. I don't think I want to go to space. I don't want to get spaghettified if the black holes come after me. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I mean, that's what the fucking astronomer said.
Fucking astronomer's just crushing dreams, man.
But he had a really cool meteorite we got to hold. And then they had like some telescopes set out outside because they went and they told the kids like, hey, you can't look at the sun. But if you want to, we got some telescopes. And I got to see a solar flare.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, right? For $7 a piece, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all went. So like for $21, we had a pretty fun day out, you know what I mean? And that's what I did last weekend. This weekend I didn't do anything. My family went out in the middle of the woods to ride four-wheelers and I said, bye.
Bye, everyone.
And yeah, I read my book.
Nice. Perfect. What? Fuck, I was going to say something. I don't remember.
Did I distract you with the black holes?
No. My brain got spaghettified.
Yeah, it did. That's a great word, right? What do you mean? Why would you say this? That shit was so funny. I was like, man, I should have took an edible before I came in here.
Oh my god. You really would have been laughing.
Oh, I would have. I would have actually laughed out loud because I didn't. I didn't laugh out loud. I took everything I had, but I didn't laugh out loud because the look on the kid's face that asked the question, the kid was like, what happens if you go in a black hole? And his face was like...
His mom had a million fucking questions after they left there. Yeah. The kid's still thinking about it.
Right.
Shit. My brain. Yeah, okay. I don't remember what we were going to talk about after.
We're just going to keep going, but I can bring some things up that we were going to talk about. We are going to talk about, you watched the documentary.
Oh, I did watch the documentary.
But you're going to tell me about it because I didn't watch it. You're going to tell all of us about it.
Yeah. Is that where we're going now?
Yeah. Okay. Do it. Tell us.
The Gabby Petito. When they like transition into segments. I feel like we needed a theme song there.
Okay. That was a good one. I'll do it next time.
Okay, thanks. I did. I watched the Gabby Petito documentary.
Was it just depressing and you cried?
Yeah, it was quite depressing and really fucked up, man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna get mad if I watch that.
Yeah. And then like his parents
supposedly
fuck them legit. But supposedly I didn't see this. I don't know. I heard this that like the parents' lawyer came out and was like, "There's nothing new in in that documentary on Netflix," like trying to like shame it or whatever because it was her parents that did it. Obviously, it was her. It was about her. But did you know that they found a burn after reading letter written from the mom to Brian that said, amongst other things, if you have a body, I'll help you bury it.
I didn't know that, but I believe it. And
he didn't burn it. They found it with his belongings.
Why isn't she in jail?
Right. And did you know that they are the ones that found his body?
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
After,
his parents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so because there was, speculation that, that wasn't his body and that they made it up because they're trying to protect him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I do, but I still question that. They never really went into detail about, I don't know. It's just really weird. He came back from their trip, right? We know that. He showed up without her before the parents even, thought she was missing. He was already back by the time her parents called in a missing persons report.
Right.
Because they had been well, maybe her service isn't that great. They just kept thinking, the best case scenario.
Of course,
they hadn't heard from her, but, maybe she just doesn't have service. So by the time they, by the time they reported her missing, he was already back. When the cops first showed up to his house, his parents' house, he was there, supposedly. According to the father, he was there, but they never actually saw him. The cops never asked to see him. Right. Eyes were never laid on him. But her van was in the driveway.
So he was there, because how'd it get there?
Yeah, but was he there? Or was he already gone? Like, did they ever see? They never questioned him. Did
They
they ever?
didn't?
No.
I thought the cops did talk to him at his parents' house. I don't know.
I
I'm
don't
I'm
think
not.
so. Like, from what I remember from the documentary, they never said anything about they never had, because that should have all been like public record, right? Like, does that become public record?
You would think so.
And they didn't have anything in the documentary about him talking to the cops or the cops talking to him.
Well, I saw like some little like blurbs online about like what you just said, like the parents being like upset that like they were portrayed badly, and my opinion on that was fuck you guys, because when these people were looking for their parent for their child, you refused
You
to cooperate.
immediately said, call my lawyer. Immediately.
Right, right. So
Like,
fuck
you
you. Who cares if
fucking
you look bad?
knew she was gone.
And like, and then people were saying online like, shit, no, I just lost it. They were saying that they refused to be involved. They refused to cooperate with this documentary. So of course it's going to look bad on you. If you wanted to say your side of the story, you should have fucking cooperated. So I guess my point was going to be, maybe we don't know anything about what happened with him because they're not
They aren't
saying
speaking,
it, or
yeah.
they didn't want to be involved, or like, do you have to sign off on them talking about him? If they didn't sign off, can the documentary not bring it up at all? I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
I
that
don't know.
works, like legality wise.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it really weird. Like, they said the house was under surveillance, supposedly, but then he left in that Mustang, and the Mustang was gone for days, parked at this, like, state park or wherever it was found. Um, um, and so, okay, so they thought it was a misidentified. Like, the cops said that, like, they thought Brian Laundrie was his mom leaving that day, and that's why they didn't follow the car. But then the car was gone for days, and they never questioned, the cops never questioned where Brian was. The parents finally like reported him missing. But like,
feel
you didn't
like I remember
him.
the cops looking for him for questioning. I feel like I remember that being online or something.
I don't know. This says that this had like the 911 call of the parents reporting him missing. But the car had been gone for days, and like, they found it where they found it in like this parking lot. It was a grassy parking lot, and it had been mowed around, and the grass under it was tall as fuck.
So that car was there for a minute.
Yeah. Like, this car was missing from their driveway for a hot minute. And in that time span, Brian would not have been seen.
Right.
But the parents are the ones that reported him missing. The whole fucking thing is just, I feel like, I don't want to blame it on cops, because I feel like, you know, they're humans too, and they can only do, like, humans make mistakes, humans have their own thought process, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but it just seems like,
The error is human, right?
right. It just seems like a lot of things were done, like, not correctly. Like, when they were pulled over out in the Moab. Like,
right.
When they said, and then they let the cops let them go, but put her as the aggressor, because he had scratch marks on him, and she took the blame and was just like, I get a lot of my anxiety, I just was getting really worked up. And she wasn't saying like the things he was doing, she was just taking all the blame. But yet the 911 call was that it was a man was slapping a girl, and then he tries to play it off as, oh, I was just trying to keep her away. And then they put him up in a domestic violence shelter for the night, gave him a free hotel for the night, and then sent her on her way, told her to go pay $5 for a shower at the truck stop. Like, what?
That's not good. That's not good police work.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing was weird. I mean, it was worth a watch. To me, it was an easy watch too. It was pretty. It was 3 episodes. I mean, easy watch in the sense of like, it wasn't like 8 hours of your life.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is a traumatizing
Yeah,
watch.
I don't mean easy as like, it was very like fucked up and like made you angry, but it was not. The episodes weren't like an hour and a half long. You know what I mean?
Right, not like the Saturday Night Live show I'm still trying to get through.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. it's so shitty. And I do like that the father, like, they started, foundation, Gabby Petito Foundation. And then he started doing a lot of advocacy work for missing women of color.
Oh,
Because
nice.
when that was happening, there was that white, what was it? What was the name that they gave it? Like a white woman. Um, they had a name for it where pretty much like these pretty blonde hair, blue eyes, white girls get the media attention when they go missing. And there's like hundreds of thousands of missing like women of color or people of color that don't get the media
They
attention.
don't get the media attention, and that's absolutely true.
And so that started getting talked about along the time that Gabby went missing. And so her dad was like, what? Is this true? Like, didn't realize this was an issue, and like researched it, realized it was, and now is like a strong advocate in like getting those cases heard. And like, because media makes a difference. They would have never they would have never found Gabby Petito's body, I don't think, if the media didn't pick up that case and run with it, and it wasn't like everywhere. Because a YouTuber, I forget the name of their YouTube, sorry, but a YouTuber heard the dates that like the cops were interested in that desert that they were at. And she was like, wait, we were driving through there at that time. Like, I have footage, like dash cam footage of us going through there. And so she went and like combed her footage, and they saw the fucking van.
In her footage. And then went back to that spot.
And she was found. She wasn't buried or anything. She was under a tree.
Well, that's just fucking heartbreaking, first of all. I mean, the under the tree thing, but like, good on you, YouTuber.
Yeah, right. I don't think they ever would have found her. Not any time, like, because that gave like a precise location in that fucking acreage of.
Right, because that's a big space. Yeah. Right. You're absolutely right. And that is true. And like, I remember them talking about it at that time, because I think someone had gone missing that was like a woman that was like a person of color, but like a woman who had gone missing at the same time. And I think that was what had kind of sparked that, because I remember hearing that, like, look, this person went missing at the same time, and y'all didn't say shit about it, but this girl's face is on every news.
Everywhere.
And another fun fact, not fun, but people seem to not know this and then like get mad when I bring it up. So I'm going to keep bringing it up. We, as the United States, you are 3 times more likely to die in childbirth than any other developed country. If you're not white, you can times that by 10.
That's a wild fact. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Like, what I wonder, like...
Because we don't care about bitches. You know I'm going to get mad, but yeah.
I know.
But yeah,
that's a wild...
That's crazy.
Like, yeah.
It happened to, was it Serena? One of the Williams sisters, like, would have died had she not been fucking rich and had people on her team. She knew something was wrong, and her doctors didn't want to fucking hear it.
Just kept dismissing it.
Didn't want to fucking hear it. Didn't want to hear it. And if she wouldn't have been fucking rich and famous, she'd probably be dead.
That's terrible.
You know, they didn't think for a long time, people in charge of medicine didn't think that black people could feel pain. And so all of our modern gynecology was from doing fucking unfucking anesthesia experiments on black women's lady parts.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Look up the father of gynecology and his experiments. Yeah, he was just experimenting on slaves. He was like, they don't feel it. It's fine. They don't have feelings. It's fine. And experimented the shit out of them.
There's no way they didn't think that they had... Like, that is absolutely absurd.
Have you read anything about slavery?
Yes, but I'm just saying they knew those people were feeling pain.
They didn't fucking care.
No, that's the thing. They didn't fucking care.
And they claimed that, like, yeah, no. Well, remember, that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing with slavery, was that the powers that be, the people in charge, insisted that they were subhuman. They weren't the same. They don't feel pain like we do. You don't understand. They don't feel it like you do. Like the lady, the Madame, whatever. What was that lady's name? Madame Lollery, some bullshit. Some French crazy lady in New Orleans. And she had a whole fucking attic full of humans that she had cut up and glued back together.
What the fuck?
And she, like, sewed them, like, back to back and made, like, human crabs and stuff out of slaves.
What the fuck?
This is all real stuff. This is all very real stuff. I'm not making any of this up. American Horror Story did her, but they had a Kathy Bates player, and it was crazy.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, Google it. Give it a Google.
What the?
Yeah, it's fucked up. And her daughter got impregnated by a slave, and guess where she went? In the attic. And she cut her ass up too. But she didn't kill them. She like let them live.
As crab people?
Yeah,
They
like
were still alive.
yeah, barely, but yeah. Some of them died, and then she just like
What?
chucked them out the window. You know what I mean? It's crazy. This is why I feel like it's hard to believe if you're not like super into history. You know what I mean? So sometimes I feel like the things that I say sound crazy, but like it's because like I was very interested. Like when I was younger, I was always reading like historical nonfiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where I get my information.
And retain it, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting. Like, I remember,
Yeah.
like, Lois and I having a conversation before, and she was like, I don't understand history. It's so hard. I hate history. I hate it. And I was like, but it's just stories. Like, if you think of it that way, this is all, like, a giant Jerry Springer show. Like, that was all terrible stuff, but, like, it was fucking something you didn't know that's kind of, like, to make you be like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
That's not something you can fall asleep at during class. Unless you're like, I'm falling asleep. And I was like,
shouldn't
how?
being fucking taught in class either.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. I saw this homeschool thing recently, and it was like, the real history of America. I was like, I bet it's fucking not, though.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was like, the government asked the Indians to move, so they did. Squanto was their friend.
Yeah. I don't even, like, I'm still back to the lady with the people in the attic. Like, I don't know how,
Yeah, here, you know what?
segue away from that.
Madame Lalaurie. Lullery? I can, like, see the spelling in my head. Yeah, there she
Looking it
was.
up.
There she was.
And what happened to her? Do we know?
Let's find out. Torture and murder of enslaved people in her mansion. Oh, that's right. Her mansion caught on fire.
That's how they found him?
Yeah. Yeah, she was escaped from justice and self-imposed exile in France. That's right. She went back to France to die by herself.
So she wasn't American?
No, she came over.
She was from France?
Yeah, well, she was born. Oh, she married 3 times in Louisiana, twice widowed, maintained her position.
What is it, 1834?
Yeah.
Well,
She
at least
maintained
it
her
was
position
that-
until 1834 when the fire broke out.
I mean, at least it was the 18... Not... But, like, you know when you hear, like, crazy-ass stories and then it's like...
Oh, she was born in New Orleans. I'm sorry. But that was when Louisiana was under Spanish control.
Oh, right.
Right. So, because this wasn't the United States
Right.
at that point. Right. Well, 1787, the colonies were, but Louisiana, that was before the Louisiana Purchase.
Right. But do you know, like, when you hear some crazy-ass stories and then, like, the date's, like, 1948 or something, you know what I mean? And it's, like, the 1900s and you're like, wait, what? Or, like, how recently, who was it? Like, the painter. Is it the painter that people are like, you know, he just died in, like, 1950 something, and he's like, he existed at the same, I think it was Picasso, like, he existed at the same time as Mountain Dew. Like,
Right.
Picasso was drinking fucking Mountain Dew, and we, like, grew up all thinking that he was, like, the 1800s.
Or earlier.
Yeah,
Right. There's a lot of stuff that, like, you don't realize, like, was, like, so... And that's what always makes you think of, like, the technology, too, right? So, like, microwaves were crazy in the 70s.
Right.
And now
they're in every fucking household. And
well, and like your phone's a computer.
Right.
My watch is a computer. My
Right.
watch is a computer.
Right.
But like a microwave was crazy 50 years ago.
Right.
That's a weird jump. That's a weird ass jump.
Yeah, how'd we go so fast, so far, so fast?
Right. Aliens, obviously, but
Obviously. They're coming for us now. That's like when we were in school and they'd be like, you need to learn math. You're not going to have a calculator with you at all times. I'll never forget that. You know how many fucking teachers said that all growing up?
What do they tell
Every
your kids in
teacher
school
growing
now?
up. They let them use calculators.
Well, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not like a...
See, my kid just doesn't have a calculator. He don't even know what it is.
Yeah. No, now I think starting in like... I think it's like 7th grade. They start just fucking here's your calculator. Because they all have...
Right, they have phones,
anyways.
so you might as well.
Yeah, they make them learn the basic shit without calculators.
Oh, and that's what like we're at. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'll just be like, you know, what's 10 plus 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
We're a little more advanced than that, but you know what I mean?
Right.
It is basically shit like
Right.
that. And sometimes I ask simple math questions and I think I know the answer, but then he answers and I'm like, oh, you're right, but that's not what I thought it was. But it'll be something that, like, I just said real quick and I'll be like, oh, that's clearly that. And then he'll say it and I'm like, oh, no, shit, it was that.
Oh, my God.
Stupid.
Are you smarter than a 5-year-old?
He's 6.
Well, I know. But, like, I was thinking, oh, you smarter than a 5th grader? But, like, that I was like, well, he's not 5th grade. So then I went to 5 and he wasn't fucking 5 either.
And, no, I'm not always.
Yeah, okay. Well, we went from Gabby Petito to Madame Lalaurie, and now where are we at? What else were we talking about? Court cases.
Diddy.
Major, like, random court cases shit happened, the last week. Like, Luigi.
Oh, tell me about that.
Mangione went to court, cute. And his defense attorney was like, you know, they're making like a show of him. We talked about this prior, like how they're just like shackling him and he walks in like in his fucking, he's dressed like a rich person, right? Underneath his fucking shackles and bulletproof vest. Like, what other defense, like, who walks in like that? Unless you're, I mean, he killed one guy. Granted, okay, one guy. He's accused of killing. But like, you know, like, they don't even, the school shooters don't get, like, paraded like that. Like, you want to make a mockery of someone and show people, like...
Meanwhile, we all love him.
Right. But, like, I feel like they're doing it because they want the public to see, like, think that, like, what he did, they don't want copycats.
Right.
Right? And I think that's why they're, like, doing what they're doing with him. But, like, why are we not also doing that with school shooters? Right. We don't want copycats of them either, but they just, you know, go away. Like, you don't see them being paraded around in fucking bulletproof vests and shackles.
Right, right. And meanwhile, they killed 15 people. This guy killed one kid for a very specific reason. He had a reason.
Yeah.
He's got receipts. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Just find it really wild the way they're treating him. I feel like what they're doing is backfiring, like, in the public eye.
For sure. For sure.
What I mean? Like, they haven't even caught on yet. But she also, I don't know, she said that, I guess the mayor of New York and one of, like, the police chiefs or something did a documentary. I haven't watched the documentary, but I guess there's something out on, like, HBO Max or whatever.
Oh, I screenshot that because I was going to ask you, what Max is this? It said it's on Max. Is it HBO Max? Because, again, I have
HBO.
HBO.
Yeah.
But there's 2 Maxes, and I don't know which one's which.
I think it's HBO. I feel like I remember her saying HBO. Because she's like, in this fucking documentary, they talk about evidence that she hasn't even been presented with yet.
Oh!
How the fuck are you gonna tell the public about evidence that there hasn't even been a trial yet?
Mistrial!
Right. And that your freaking defense doesn't even have.
Yeah,
but the whole public knows about it already.
This is a mistrial for sure.
Like, what the fuck?
With all my lawyer experience, right. I'm telling you. My cousin goes to law school. I know things.
You know things.
I don't.
My cousin's uncle's brother is a lawyer.
Is he? Maybe. My cousin has a lot of uncles, and they got a lot of brothers.
And they're all lawyers.
They're mostly drug addicts, but it's fun.
I know. It is a mistrial.
But, I mean, it has to be a mistrial. I mean,
it's definitely not, like, fucking, that's not normal.
No.
I don't know what they're doing to this kid, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
We will see how it plays out. On HBO Max, apparently.
Someone was like, he's wearing green because it complements his eyes. And someone else was like, no, bitch, he's wearing green because he's Luigi.
Okay, so when we briefly went to Miami-Dade Community College, and we took a class on Monday night, and it was like one of them 3-hour classes, and it was like a history class. And there was a kid that sat directly behind me and my sister, and his name was Luigi. And he wore a fucking green hat with an L on it every goddamn day.
I love him.
We became best friends.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
On day 1, we were like, you are fucking hanging out with us. And then for the whole rest of the semester, he would come to our house and study. We would take smoke breaks together, like... it's college in Miami, so, like, we're, like, smoking bowls in the car in between classes, you know what I mean? Like, he was our best fucking friend, because if your name is Luigi and you're walking around with a green hat with an L on it, you're clearly cool as shit.
Yeah, you
like, it doesn't
have,
get
like,
cooler
an awesome
than that.
sense of humor.
Right. It doesn't get cooler than that.
That's
so they're right that he was wearing green.
He's wearing green because he's Luigi.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it did also compliment his eyes.
Yeah. Both can be true.
Right. That was just a happy accident.
Yeah. And then on other lawyer news, the Diddy's lawyer was like, "Fuck you! I ain't even doing this shit."
So it seems like it's over the sex trafficking part he doesn't want to be involved in, and so it's the one. It's not the big lawyer. So like his
Yeah, so he's got like a team of lawyers,
Right.
and one of them said, "I'm fucking out," or he's trying to be out.
He's trying to be out. It depends on the judge has to like
Yeah.
approve it, but he wants out by the time the sex trafficking part goes to trial. And I hear that like Diddy is trying to get the sex trafficking stuff or the coercion dropped, and he's like, nobody. Oh no, this trafficking. He's like, nobody was forced. They all wanted to. Okay, but if you're drugging people, you can't say they wanted to.
Right.
If your 9,000 bottles of lube has drugs in them,
Right.
how are you claiming
Sound,
that
body, and mind?
That doesn't sound consensual.
Right.
I don't know. Again, I don't
know. Obviously, that guy is like, I can't, like...
And, like, if you defended Osama bin Laden and you can't handle this can't be good.
He did? Really? That's true?
The one that's...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. The one that's quitting was... That's what the last article that I read said. But I think the last article that I read also was, like... in, like, the Jerusalem Times, so I don't know. Shit, where was it? Like, it really was.
I don't know how bad this
like, how did I get into this
sounds tonight in this video. It has been nonstop raining here today.
Yeah, it was crazy. We went out in it earlier, too.
Yeah.
I saw 2 gopher tortoises, a black racer, a woodpecker, and...
Was his name Woody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a blue heron. Did he literally quit bin Laden? I'm just gonna write all those things, and it's gonna be like, what?
I mean, I don't know,
I know what you
where a lawyer is defending Osama bin Laden though. Like, what was they just killed him.
Yeah, but there's probably still some kind of nonsense.
Was he ever arrested in the States? I don't know. I don't think so. They wouldn't have let him go.
I know I saw it because I was like, wait, what? Because I thought the same thing, and then I just didn't. Jesus, come on. I know you guys... No, you're just going down. Okay. So he served as counsel on the World Trade Center bombing conspiracy cases regarding Omar Abdel Rahman and Osama bin Laden. In 2001, he defended bin Laden, saying the terrorist shouldn't be prosecuted as he was unable to defend himself properly as he was not in the U.S. at the time. Okay, right. So when the Twin Towers got hit and they were like, oh, bin Laden did it. And then bin Laden was like, I'm not even over there, guys. And then I think they did send like a SEAL team over there to kill him.
Yeah.
But he was never actually here. So this guy was...
Yeah, he just orchestrated it.
Defensive on his part and was like, you can't sue him. He's not even here.
So he's correct. So he's defending Osama bin Laden. But Diddy, nope, not.
Right?
Not. I'm out.
That's a little...
Yeah.
I'd be worried if I was Diddy.
Yeah. That don't look good, man.
No, it really doesn't. That really doesn't look good on you. Right. Bin Laden's lawyer quit on you? What?
What?
This is not a good look, dude. Not a good look. And there was another one. There was another court case, I feel like.
ASAP.
Oh, ASAP Rocky. Okay. So we weren't sure exactly what happened, so I looked it up. So it turned out he had a friend. They were teenagers. They were in a rap band together. And then it was ASAP whatever. So they all have names that are ASAP whatever.
Oh.
So this one was
Rocky.
ASAP something else.
Oh.
They had been close. ASAP Rocky's career took off. He married Rihanna.
ASAP Rocky Mountain Oyster. You know what a Rocky Mountain Oyster is?
Yeah, it's a ball.
Yeah. Someone asked me that yesterday at work.
And you were like, yeah, I've been 12 for a long time.
Like,
I already knew this.
She's like, you're a server. What is that called when it's a bull's ball? Something mountain or something oyster. And I was like, Rocky Mountain Oyster? I knew you'd know. And I'm thinking, yeah, but it's not because I'm a server.
It's because I'm perverted 12-year-old boy brain.
Yeah.
And someone told me that one time. Some perverted 12-year-old boy probably.
Sorry, anyway.
No, yeah, it's okay.
ASAP Rocky
ASAP,
and his friend ASAP Mountain.
So ASAP Rocky Mountain Oyster was jealous of regular ASAP Rocky. And, well, we're speculating that, and that's what the fucking jury's speculating. So they had been friends. They were in a rap group together. ASAP Rocky got famous and married Rihanna, and everybody was jealous, obviously, because she's hot. And apparently these two had an argument in the street. After they didn't talk for a long time, they had an argument in the street. The friend claims that he shot him twice and that a bullet grazed his knuckle. But meanwhile, he didn't report the incident for days. didn't try to get treatment until he flew back to New York, and apparently this happened in a Hollywood street. There was some surveillance. Why can't I say the word
you
surveillance?
Were saying it. Surveillance.
Like my brain was like, that's not right. Surveillance.
Spaghettified.
I got spaghettified. Surveillance footage of the street where there was like gunshot sounds in the background, but like there was no actual like footage of a shooting. There was no casings found from like the detectives, but he claims that he went back and found some casings, but like you can't prove that, and like what do you mean? So it was dropped.
I don't think you can prove your own evidence outside of the.
You can't show up and be like, "Oh, I know you guys didn't find any evidence, but I got some here in my Ziploc."
Yeah,
that's not how that works.
You call the cops and let them find the evidence, right? Like you can detect the evidence, maybe. I don't fucking know.
Right? If they don't find anything, you can't show up 2 days later with it in a Ziploc bag.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, and that's why he got off.
And that's why he got off. So
was found not guilty.
Congratulations to them, him and Rihanna. I don't know.
I know, like the prosecuting attorney like closing remarks because Rihanna and the kids showed up for like the last day or whatever, and he was like, "Don't look at his famous wife and kids, and use that to deter your whatever judgment or whatever."
It's like, well, your evidence is shitty, so we're gonna go on that.
Right. Yeah. So he got off. So. Yeah, I mean, there was just a bunch of fucking court shit.
Court stuff. Oh, were we really talking for 40 minutes? Huh? That's what happens when you go off on weird tangents.
I saw something on Disney.
Oh, tell me about it.
I can't remember it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you
I just remember seeing something and thinking, oh, that's something, whatever. Maybe you're gonna say it.
Probably not. I don't have a lot. Demolition work is moving forward in Dinoland. R.I.P. Triceratops Spin. They launched an official website for their new Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away, the highly anticipated nighttime parade debuting at Magic Kingdom in summer 2025. So, Mickey and Minnie's meet and greet at Adventures Outpost is temporarily closing this week. So it is going to be closed from February 25th to 27th. That is at Animal Kingdom. So if you wanted to meet Mickey and Minnie in their safari outfits, this is not the time. And then Epcot was supposed to be extended evening hours on May 5th, and they changed it to Animal Kingdom, but like, it's 6 to 8. Those are terrible extended evening hours, in my opinion. Yeah, you don't even know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is like the big news. So, Cosmic Rewind is going to go off a virtual queue. It's going to turn into a regular line. And some people are upset about that. Some people are excited because they couldn't get in the fucking virtual queue anyway.
Wait, that's what I heard. There was other rides. It wasn't that one, though.
Tron,
what was the popular ride? Was it Tron?
And I think Tiana.
It was. It was 2 popular ones that they were doing away with the virtual queue.
Oh, you know what? I think they did Tron a couple months ago.
So maybe it was, what's the other one? The Star Wars one?
Oh, Rise of the Resistance?
Was it that? Did they have a virtual queue for that one?
I don't think so, but I think they got rid of that one a while ago because the last time I walked by that line, the line was 3 hours long. Yeah. So they don't have a virtual queue.
I don't know. That's what I saw, though. It was like something about virtual queues that were going away.
Yeah,
how do you feel about the virtual queues? I don't know. It was a ride I knew, though. So maybe it was Tiana.
Maybe it was Tiana's Bayou. I've actually never used them because they're all thrill rides.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't have like the...
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, I personally am afraid of roller coasters, and then I have a 6-year-old with me.
Right.
And then my cousin gets vertigo half the time. So, like, she can't even handle Remy.
Right.
Because of the screens, like, fuck with her. You know what I mean? So, like, we honestly don't do a lot of rides, and all the rides that we do are, like, the regular, like...
Yeah.
Like, we're not roller coaster people.
Yeah.
So... It's like Tron is not something that we would go on. Cosmic Rewind, I've heard there's no drops. It's just really fast and spinny. So, like, I would try it, but I don't think my cousin could try it. So I would have to get, like, another adult with me.
Right.
And then Tiana's Bayou, obviously, there's a big drop there. We all can see it. I'm not going down that. And then I always tell people that on, like, Instagram when, like, people post, they're like, oh... Tiana's Bayou, and I'm like, I'm so glad that you guys post these videos because, like, I want to see the inside of the ride, but, like, I'm not getting on it.
Right.
And then they'll always be like, oh, you have to once, and I'll be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, Tron stopped in December 2024.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I thought that one stopped already. I think it was just these 2, but if there was more, there could be. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, that's Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know. I didn't know Cosmic Rewind
was Guardians of the Galaxy.
I knew just Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah, that's what it was. And Tiana's Bayou both ended starting starting February 25th.
So Epcot is testing a new morning rope drop entry process in preparation. So I guess before they would have like whoever was an early entry, because you can still go, so you can rope drop regardless. But if you are staying at like a deluxe hotel or a any Disney hotel or like their Good Neighbor hotels, you can also get in half an hour early. So there's like early entry and rope drop. So they're kind of like pushing people to different sides of Spaceship Earth, depending on which one you are, and they think that's in preparation for, because the reason to do these things is to get in those lines. You know what I mean? Like, especially if there's no virtual queue, you want to be like at this point with the virtual queue. If you wanted that and Remy, you would grab your virtual queue and then run to like Remy and Frozen are the other two like big rope droppers. But like you got to enter from the fucking international gateway for that to make sense, because Remy's like right there.
Right.
But, like, you can't get to the international gateway unless you're coming from, like, the Skyliner or, like, an Epcot resort or park at fucking Hollywood Studios and take a bus or boat across. You know what I mean? It's hard to get to the international gateway.
So much, like, logistics to going to Disney. It's fucking wild.
There really is.
I think that's why I was asking about your opinion with the virtual queue, because it's like, I get like both sides of it. I get how it could be helpful, because if you do get it, then you don't have to like wait in a line all day. You just show back up at your time so you can do other things. But then it's so limited to like people who get up at 7 a.m. and it's gone by 7 a.m. and 31 seconds.
It really is. It really is.
So
like refreshing.
Yeah, like you're like up at the crack of dawn, or like, I don't know. It just, and then not everyone gets it, but I guess not everyone gets divided anyways, even if there is like a standby queue, because people will pass it up and say like, there's no 3 hours, I'm not going to stand in that line. So I don't know. I guess I just see like pros and cons to it. So I was just curious. I've never done it. Not like on Go. So I was just curious. That's why I asked like what you thought as someone who maybe had done it, because it seems like there's benefits to it, but then also annoyances to it.
Yeah, and I definitely think that's the case, because I see some people love it and some people hate it. Again, I'm not doing it at all because they're not rides that I'm going on. Yeah. But, like, that's kind of the consensus, too, right? Is that, like, if you get it, like, you're lucky.
Right.
And then, like, I think they do, like, a 7 a.m. and then, like, it reopens at, like, 1 p.m. or something like that, too. So you can try for that. If you don't get it then,
you can get it. You can try again later, yeah. But I also think there's, like, that sense of, like, it's almost like a mentality thing where, like, you feel like you're there and you don't even have the option to stand in the line if you want to, because you couldn't get that queue. You know what I mean? Like, and then that just pisses you off, where like if you were there and you see that there's a 3-hour wait, you're then making the decision yourself that you don't want to wait in the line. You're not being told by some computer that you just didn't make the cut.
Right. It's up to you. It's not,
I think that's
pre-made for you.
Yeah, I think that's like a psychology, like mental, you know what I mean? Like psychological difference in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Like, I think I would personally rather, like, you know,
make the
decision myself.
Right. And then, like, weather, times, whatever, you can catch a short wait if you know what I mean? Like, depending on, like, obviously today we said it's been raining all day, but a lot of times, like, in Florida, the weather is real quick and over. Like, if you're in Epcot and it starts pouring, like, we've been in Epcot and it started pouring, and, like, everybody, like, ran and hid in the shops, and we just kept walking because it was hot as shit and it felt good, and then it's over in 5 minutes.
Right.
And it's like, now you can jump in a line real quick because everyone else is hiding in the perfume shop.
Right.
Today wasn't that kind of day, but I wasn't in the parks.
No, today's been nonstop raining.
Yeah. It's shitty.
Today they had a rain day, which closes rides. Right?
Depending.
Yeah.
It depends. You know what I mean? Because, like, if there's, like, lightning, then you can't do certain things. But, like, there's so much stuff that's inside now, I don't know how much of it really is affected at this point.
Right.
I think Universal will probably have more issues with that, because I think a lot of that is still outside. I haven't been over there in so long, but I really want to go check out the new one.
I do, too. But I think for right now, you can't get the new one unless you have...
The old pass?
No, like, multiple day... Like, they're not selling 1-day passes unless you have, like, passes to the other parks, and then you can get 1 day to Epic. So, like, you can buy, like, a 4-day pass, multiple park pass, and in that, you get 1 day to Epic. But they're not selling more than 1 day. and you can't just buy one day by itself.
That makes sense because they're trying. I get it. This is going to be a big deal. People are going to be mobbing that place. Yeah, I'm very excited, honestly.
Yeah, I am too. I want to go, but not till probably it calms down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll go next year.
Yeah,
because it's not even open, right? It opens spring.
I think it opens like May or something like that.
That's what I was thinking, right? May or June. I
don't
know. I guess we could Google it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go. That's going to be so cool.
Why do I feel like we had something else?
I don't know. I don't remember.
May 22nd.
Yeah. My brain is not working today.
Mm-hmm.
I worked 6 days last week, which I haven't done that in a long time.
That's a lot in the public.
Yeah. And then I had yesterday off.
But you decided to go to a concert.
I went to a concert, and then I work again the next 5 days.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
You can call it. It's 5 o'clock.
Just, I guess, explaining why my brain is spaghetti-fied.
Well, that's obviously because you're in a black hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Black hole of life. Somebody said to this table, these poor ladies, this table today, she goes, Kim, we are, when our food comes, we're going to pray over it. Is there anything that we can pray for you? And usually when people ask me that, I don't know what to say. And I'm always like, it's okay, nothing. I don't know. It's kind of awkward to me. I never know what to say. But today I said, yeah, patience. And then they just kind of looked at me and I was like, well, not here. I'm okay here. Patience at home.
So I got teenagers. I wasn't talking about you.
She goes, well, that's one of the things that God can help you with. So we'll make sure to pray for that for you. And then they were so nice. And then I was leaving. And when they were leaving, she was like, they go, good luck at home, Kim. These bitches. I don't even know. I don't know why I said that. Good luck at home, Kim. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's really fucking funny, though. They probably think you're crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
They're like, God, I don't know what's going on at Kim's home life.
She probably got too many cats. I have too many cats.
Good luck at home, Kim. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. That was my day.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. We'll see if it worked, if I have more patience.
I feel like I need more sleep to get more patience.
I don't even know. It's not even I don't know. I don't feel like I'm don't have patience at all.
That is what popped out and you didn't want them to think you were talking about
them
being annoying.
Yeah, and then I didn't want them to think that I was complaining about the customers or you know what I mean?
Right, right. Because that's always where it goes, right?
Yeah.
That's what people think. So
then I was like, oh no, not here at home. Because I was actually fine there. I don't know why I fucking said patience. A lot of other things that they probably could have prayed for me for. Right. But, yeah.
So you don't get spaghettified.
Yeah.
And we don't all fall into a black hole and get spaghettified. You never know. And on that note,
I think we're out for the night. This was a very interesting podcast episode. If you like it, share it with your friends. So they can learn about black holes and Madame Lullified. Lallaloo.
Lallery.
LuLaRoe.
LuLaRoe. Those bitches.
That
documentary was wild.
Yeah, that whole thing. That whole craze.
One. I still got a closet full of shit.
You fell into that LuLaRoe.
I love it. I still have all the leggings. I love them. I do love them. I have no problem with it.
Buttery soft.
I hate the company and the people because I heard them speak and they were fucking evil. But their stuff, no, I still like the stuff. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Is it still around?
Yeah.
I thought they got in a lot of trouble and are gone.
I don't think so. I think it's still going on. I think they got dismantled and people were like, wow, you guys are fucking weirdos.
Yeah, they wanted so much money up front to become a consultant and buy all those things.
And it was there were 6 of them at every
much money.
fucking thing. You know what I mean? It was stupid. It was so. And then I got lucky that I had those friends that were afraid to do live, so I would do their lives and they would give me shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I spent some money on it, but I got a lot of stuff for free too. I didn't pay for all that shit.
So much stuff.
Yeah, I still have all the leggings because they were cute.
How did they? I always how did they just they fucking put that shit out though quick though. There's always
so
new
fast.
designs.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're probably using you know what I mean,
sure.
Children's slave labor in Indonesia or wherever the fuck.
But even just the whole ordering that, designing it, and it was just
It was fast.
Fast,
It was
man.
fast. And it was like every fucking day there was new stuff.
Yeah.
Every fucking day. Yeah, it was crazy.
And like a mass quantity amount too. Like that shit was going everywhere.
It was. It was everywhere. And it really was. Like, I went to Disney World when, like, the Disney stuff was out, and I was wearing... Yeah, everybody was.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk 5 feet without being like, hey, cute leggings.
Yeah.
I like your dress. Nice top.
Yeah.
I'll wear some Lululemon next week, maybe.
It's everywhere.
I still have it in my closet.
I think I bought, like, a few. I don't think I have them anymore.
I had the dresses. I have the shirts. The leggings. I got all of it.
Yeah, they were too thick for me.
Oh, they're so comfy and soft.
They were comfy, but they were thick.
Yeah, but I was really thin at the time, so I was always cold.
Yeah.
So, like, I liked that they were thick. You know what I mean? And I would wear them to, like... I was doing, like, a lot of, like, that acro yoga at the time where it's a lot of, like, touching and stuff. So, like, it was nice to have... Because, like, someone's holding you up by your ass. You don't want them to be able to see through your pants. You know what I mean? So, for me, like, it worked out that they were thicker because I was doing a lot of, like, partner yoga. I was into some weird stuff. And, well, it was like acrobatic yoga. And, like, so people are holding you up and, like, your ass is literally in their face. So it was like, you know, and I'd show up to, like, my yoga parties with, like, my pizza fucking pants. And everybody would be like, hey, cool pants. And I would be like, yeah, I'm fucking cool. Obviously. Look at my pants. That's how you can tell I'm cool.
So cool. Coolest cat in town.
Obviously. So, yeah.
All right.
All right, now we're really leaving. Peace out.
K-Town down.
If you like this, share with a friend. Don't forget to like and follow.
And find us on all social media at parkinglotchats.podcast. That's Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Same handle.
Thanks for being here.